back to my channel. Today we are going to be having a look at kit. I know I've been talking mainly about bikes and doing a few things with bikes and rides with the GoPro, etc. But I thought today let's start concentrating on kit, because obviously without kit we can't ride. The most important part of kit, of course, the only bit that we're actually legally obliged to wear, is the helmet. Looks after our head. Personally, I've got a Shoei head. I have had since the age of 15, something around about 6 or 7 Shoeis, I'd say. Started off with a Eddie Lawson replica GRV in that would have been 1993 when I was 15, that I took over from my dad. Since then, other than 2 AGVs and 1 Arai, every other helmet I've had has been a Shoei. I make no bones about it, I have a Shoei head. My last helmet before my current was the NXR, the original NXR, which was the shaky burn replica. And in my mind, it still remains one of the best designed helmets out there. Obviously, I retired that helmet after 5 years of loyal service, just after Christmas, just gone, and I replaced it with, I took my time considering whether I'd go for an older model X Spirit 3, which were going on in sales, or I'd replace it with a newer NXR2, which is obviously just the evolution of the original NXR. I decided to go with the newer helmet, with the NXR2. It's a bit more robust than the X Spirit or the SPR Pro or whatever they call them now. It's not their out and out race helmet, but it's still a sporty road helmet. And I decided I'd go with that, so I trundled along to Helmet City, parted with my money and treated myself, and to be fair, I don't regret it. So let's take a look at the NXR2. Here we go, this is my NXR2. Personally, I love it. I'll explain a bit about the paint job later on. It's a one-off I've had done. It started off as a plain white NXR2. The NXR2 itself was launched in September 2021. Obviously, so it's been around for just coming up for 2 years now. It makes use of Shoei's AIM fiberglass composite fibre shell. All the boxes are ticked as far as safety goes, with the ECE 2206 certification, the ACU gold stamp making it suitable for racing, and obviously the old Sharp 5-star rating as well, which is not to be sneezed at. I know it has its critics, but if it's getting 5 stars, it's taking a shock, and it's beating it, or at least exceeding it, meeting it or exceeding it. Visor wise, they've given it a new visor system over the old one, which was a shame. I've had to spend another 50 quid on a different visor. But that said, they always give it a bit of a tongue twister as a name. This is the CWR F2PN. Save that after a few. But yeah, it's a quick release visor. It's easy to use. Takes a bit of getting used to changing the visor, but once you've got the hang of it, it's easy. And on the clear visor, of course, it comes with a pin lock, which is an essential bit of kit in my mind. As far as fastening goes, on the inside, you can see here, it's the old double D-ring fastening. I'm not a fan of all these ratchets and other bits and pieces, micro, whatever you call them. Just give me a double D-ring fastening. I know I've done it up, I know I've got it on tight, I know it's on my head and it's secure. I like that. I don't want to faff around with other stuff. As far as the actual lining inside the helmet goes, it's the dual layer multi-density lining designed to soak up shocks of all different kinds. And of course, you see the little red tabs here and here. They're for the quick release chin pads that should worse happen and someone needs to get your helmet off in an emergency, they can come out to make that job easier. Weight wise, the NXR2 tips the scales at 1.4 kilograms. It's slightly heavier than the original outgoing NXR, but when it's on your head, you don't really notice it, if I'm being fair. And it comes with the age-old 5-year warranty that Shoei give their lids, and that's a good peace of mind. I've never had anything go wrong with mine, other than a bit of servicing where I've taken it in and got some new cheek pads. That's all I've had to do in the past. The helmet itself, as you can see, is quite an aero design, and it controls noise, wind noise and buffeting pretty well, no matter how you ride. The visor itself, compared to the older one, it's got a wider aperture. It gives a really good view of the road. I quite like it. I haven't had any issues with fogging. even without the pin lock with my dark visor in, I haven't had any issues with fogging, and it's pretty well weather sealed. I haven't really noticed riding in torrential rain any real noticeable leakage going on, and yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a well ventilated lid. You've got your vents here on the front, you've got one down on the chin there, you've got two up the top here and one in the middle there, all easily operated with a gloved hand. Wasn't so easy on the original NXR, so in my mind that's another plus. And obviously you've got the exhaust port on the back just here. On the original NXR there's a little tab you could move backwards and forwards to open and shut it. I left it open all the time. It wasn't really an issue for me, and by the fact I've taken that bit away, then fine. It doesn't really make any difference, and to be fair, it does the job perfectly well. It's a well ventilated helmet. On the inside, I know it's hard to see in there, but all the padding, it's removable, it's washable. So if in the summer you've done a track day or you've been riding in the heat and you've got all sweaty and it's all a bit minging, let's face it, it does get that way. You can take the pads out, you can give them a wash, or if they get a bit knackered, you can take them out, whip them out, buy some new ones, put them in, and hey presto, it's like wearing a new lid again. Value wise, yeah, this sits bang in the market of I'd say a decent mid-price helmet. Prices start from about £360. Obviously you pay slightly less for a plain colour, and then you pay more for rider replicas and the flashy paint jobs. As I say, personally, I went for a plain white and took my lid to my mate Tony Roseman at Cycle Sprays down in Cowfold, down in West Sussex. Really nice guy, absolute artist, and as you can see, he works on a perfectly simple and nice design for me here. I wanted it to be simple. I wanted the Shelby stripes across the top like my old shaky one had, but I wanted it to be red, I wanted it to go with Ducati, and I wanted it to go with the Yamaha. So I wanted red and white. I wanted a number board on the side of number 73, which was my dad's old number, and obviously a number that I've since tried to continue, obviously not quite as successfully as him. And I wanted a little tribute to my dad on the back with his dates on it. But yeah, Tony, if you get a chance to go and speak to him, he'll work to your budget, and he'll come up with some absolutely mint designs. I mean, this did not cost a fortune, and I was really, really happy with the outcome. Yeah, I've had a lot of compliments about this paint job, and I really can't grumble. What I'll do is I'll put a link to Tony's website in the bio below, and likewise, these are available from multiple places. I got mine from Helmet City in Tatsfield. I'll put a link down to Helmet City for you. They often have deals. Have a look, see what's out there. But all in all, I'd say, yeah, it's not their top of the range lid. It doesn't pretend to be their top of the range racing lid either, but it ticks all the boxes. It's a safe, reliable, good, solid helmet. I really like it, and I'll be sticking with it for as long as I can until I've worn it out, and it's probably time to replace it with the NXR3. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the NXR2. I've been living with it since January, riding it in all sorts of weathers, all sorts of road conditions, riding different bikes, from sports bikes to kind of touring bikes, adventure bikes, whatever, supermoto, and it's taken it all in its stride. I really like it, so I recommend thumbs up. Go and check them out for yourself, see what you think. Thank you.